Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Open the glove box to remove it. There are 2 pins at the bottom. Push them towards the center. It will unlock the hinges. I'll give you a better view of these once I have the glove box out. One just fell. That's okay. With those loose, you can unhook from these pins. It'll lower down. There's a tether that keeps it from slamming when you open it. You have to unclip that. So it's just going to push down. And it's got like tension to it, so it's going to zip back up. We'll reattach that later. So these pins go through here, and they go through the glove box, and they make the hinge. So we're pushing them to the center to unlock it, and then they just fall out on the floor, and you reinsert them when we install it. Put this aside. To get to the blower motor, this dashboard trim has to come out. This is basically the glove box holder. To remove these Phillips head screws here, here, here. There's one underneath here. There's another one here, and the rest should be clips. We'll unplug this, the trunk switch, and pull this trim out. Start removing this one up here. This one here. Actually, we need to pop this trim out too. It's down here. This will just pop out. Pull that out of the way. Pop this trim out too. Unplug the light by turning it. Turn it clockwise to pull it out. Unplug the trunk switch. There's a lock on the bottom, push it in, pull it out. Remove this trim. Put this aside. Disconnect the electrical connections. One here at the motor. Push the lock in on the side. Work the connector out. Go underneath here for the resistor. It's behind this little plastic protector. There's a push lock on the other side of this protector here. I'm gonna use a flathead screwdriver just to reach up and push it in, because I can't quite get it with my fingers. So I just had to push that lock in and then pull it out. So here's our replacement one, just to give you an idea. There could be screws here, and there's ones in the back. I've already got this one here, so now I'm gonna go reach up and get these 2 in the back. These tabs right here are the same as these here. We're gonna push them in once the screws are removed and drop the blower motor assembly down. All right, so those rear screws actually aren't there, which is good. But there is a screw here that needs to be removed. Take a flat-bladed screwdriver, push these in, pull that down. Same thing over here. And be careful, don't break these tabs, this piece here, because that's part of the air box, the heater core box. So as you pry this down, you're more than likely going to break these tabs off. They're very thin, but since we're replacing this anyway, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to keep working it out of here. There is a harness back here that's clipped to it that needs to be unclipped. unclipped. Make sure you get all the screws out and pull it out. Here's our old blower motor assembly from our vehicle. Still has the blower motor resistor in it. This is our new one from 1aauto.com. You can see it's the same style. There's a couple things we'll have to switch over, but it comes with the actual fan part. Sometimes people call this a squirrel cage motor, but it's got all the same style tabs, alignment pins. This will fit into place and work great for us. Just swap this little flexi hose off and put it on our new one. As simple as that. I'm going to transfer over this clip for the screw. It's got 2 push tabs in the back. I'm just going to push it through. Install it into our new one. Now I need to swap the resistor. There's a Phillips head screwdriver. Just pull straight out. It's got an alignment tab. Match with that one there. Push it in. Reinstall the screws. I'm also going to swap this protective rubber cap over. It's just double stick taped on. It's still pretty sticky. Actually, it has to go around this. Just pop that off. Push it down. Pop this back on. It's ready to be installed. It's time to install our new blower motor assembly. I'm not going to worry about reinstalling these screws because some in the back are really hard to get to. It's got enough of these push clips and these alignment pins that once it's clipped up in there, you won't have to worry about having it screwed in. There is some foam that's back here. I'm just going to push it out of the way. Sometimes it's really hard to get that back in there. That shouldn't really matter because it has this nice lip anyways, where it's going to meet up against the air box here, or the heater box. So I'm going to get it set up, slide in that back portion, and there's these pins here. I'm going to try to line them up. There's corresponding holes in the bottom of the heater box. Do my best to line them up. Give yourself some more room. This harness is getting hung up on this clip as I'm trying to install it. I've slid it up the narrow part between the heater box and the ECU connector here. Just gonna lay it on top for now. Just trying to give myself some more room. You want to try to hook the back part of this into that duct first. Okay. Screws I can get to, I'll install. Back ones are really, really difficult up against the firewall, so I'm gonna ignore them. Put these in here. This is our lower screw that was in here. Shut the motor into place. So I'm gonna get this harness back into place if I can. It's got some room it can move, could be pushed up. And I'm gonna slide the thin part through here. And we're gonna slide it over here. Pull it down, just like that. We'll plug into here. Resistor. Then plug back in over here. And just tuck the harness up and out of the way. Plug it back in. Oops. Tabs, just kind of find the holes there. Turn it clockwise, it locks in. I'll reinstall the panel. It's got some push clips there, and towards the bottom, there's an edge here that needs to go underneath this part of the dash. Kind of feed it up into there, just like that. Put it up over here. Gonna push over that little bumper to hold it. Start installing our trim screws. Before I get too far, I'm gonna install this trim panel back. Push this in. Reinstall this trim panel. It needs to go underneath this and in this little channel here. So it's probably best to lift it up like that. Down. Finally, install the glove box lock bracket. Just sit on those little tabs and hold it in place. And there's one final screw. Don't forget, it's under here. Reinstall our glove box. Now, you don't want to forget this. It's kind of up here. It's this tether. It's like on a spring, or like a damper. And just so when you open the glove box, it doesn't like slam open. It's got a hook into here in the glove box. Now, of course, it doesn't go that far. So you've got to lift the glove box up and try to slide this little button into the side of the glove box. It's a bit tricky. You have to hold the glove box up. All right, I got it. Now, those hinges, let's see, there's a hinge here. It's gonna slide in between those two. There's one on each side. So I'm gonna actually put the holding tabs that are here and here, I'm going to slide them into place. Get one in, get the other one in. So the glove box will sort of sit there. They get lined up where the hinges go. Now we need to take our hinge pins and push them into place. They're going to go in from this direction. Alright, so that one all the way through, but you're going to line it up with the box, the glove box. All right, I've got one. And you get the other one. You can actually lift the glove box up a little bit if it's easier. There's the other one. The glove box now hinges.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.